welcome to all my Flosstube neighbors. I am Chris, and this is Xrossstitch, and today is Tuesday, October 5th, 2021, and this is Flosstube number 21. I'm so glad to have you here with me today. It seems so strange saying that it's October already, but clearly it is, and I'm excited about it. Today is going to be an interesting day here on Xrossstitch. I have a lot to communicate to you, but not a lot of stitching, and I'm sorry about that. But I'm not going to apologize about that because there's so many things in the works, and there's so many things that I want to tell you about, and so we're going to just move right into it. But firstly, if you are new to this channel, if you have found me through just randomly or through another Flosstuber, thank you so much for deciding to watch and to take a chance with me. This is a channel primarily about cross stitch. Cross stitch is the only craft, but there's a lot more than cross stitch on my channel, as you will see. One never knows what one might encounter when watching one of my Flosstube videos. If you are a returning viewer, you're what this channel is all about. You are this channel, quite frankly. I look at this as a collaborative experience. You help me create the content that I put up, and you fill my life with joy and happiness, and I am so grateful to each and every single one of you. I get to know you through your comments. I get to know you through your emails, your exchanges with me on Instagram, and I really do consider you all my friends. And I look forward to having many, many more, hopefully, as the months go by. But firstly, at Xrossstitch, we always start the video. I don't know why I couldn't think of the word video just then. We always start the video with a contribution from the viewers, and that is the naming of Handstanding Cat, the very top of Tiki Tree of 1,000 Faces. So many of you submitted ideas for the name many weeks ago. I couldn't pick just one. It hurt my heart to try to pick just one. So now what we do every week is we spin the wheel. Oh, there's an alert. Cancel. We spin the wheel of stories, and we get a new name for Handstanding Cat on the top of Tiki. What will it be this week? Acrocat. This was Acrobat Cat, or Acrocat, was submitted by my viewer Renee and my viewer Deborah B. They both, I think Renee submitted Acrobat Cat and Deborah B submitted Acrocat. So I combined them on one because they were so close. But Renee and Deborah B, this week, Handstanding Cat is named Acrocat, or Acrobat Cat. So thank you for that. Just a way to celebrate all of you viewers out there, and to say your name, and to just have an opportunity for me to say thank you once again. So Handstanding Cat is Acrocat this week. Every week I tell you about Ted's Change Jar, and Ted's Change Jar is a way by which we are raising money for Dolly's Imagination Library. If you do not know, Dolly's Imagination Library was started by Dolly Parton, and it is a way in which children under the age of 5 are given books, one a month, until they reach the age of 5. And we are raising money to do a big donation at the end of the... I just turned into Mr. Ed. We're raising money. See, there's no edits here. I just leave these kind of bloopers in because y'all love to see me making a fool of myself. We're raising money for Dolly's Imagination Library. And every comment that you make on this video and all of the other videos from the beginning of my channel until the end of this year, that is a penny that's going into Ted's Change Jar. And at the end of the year, I will personally make a contribution based on that number. Some of you have agreed to match that number, which I'm so incredibly grateful for. Some of you have decided to help support this by following the Buy Me a Coffee link, which is in the show notes below. And I'm just so grateful to those of you who are doing that. I announced last week that we were at the $1,000 mark, which will provide books to 40 children. And we've gotten a few more donations since then. So thank you so much for helping to keep that growing. I can only imagine where we'll be at the end of the year. And I'm just so thrilled about it. And I'm just so grateful to each and every one of you for helping me do it. Thank you. I would be so remiss if I didn't thank a couple of people this week who have shouted me out on their own channels over the past few weeks. Firstly, Elaine at ANNABELLA'S. I was not familiar with ANNABELLA'S or Elaine's channel, but she responded to something I said a few weeks ago and mentioned it on the channel, and that really meant a lot to me. And to have you mention me, Elaine, just meant so, it really did mean so much. So thank you, thank you, thank you. The next person is from the Maximum Cross Stitch Power Hour, Ellen, at the Maximum Cross Stitch Power Hour. That sounds like a Saturday morning cartoon special that I used to watch. Wasn't there like a Super Friends Scooby-Doo Power Hour? Or a something, Captain Caveman? I don't remember, but that's what that reminded me of. She's hysterically funny, incredibly gorgeous stitcher. Well, she's gorgeous. She is gorgeous, and her stitching is also gorgeous. And apparently she wants me to come to her home and read her bedtime stories every night. That's hysterical. A lot of you have said you wanted me to narrate audiobooks, and if I didn't think that I would get sued for copyright infringement, I'd probably read a few stories here and there. If any of you know the law regarding that, let me know, and maybe I'll bust out a pokey little puppy every now and then. But Ellen, thank you so much for mentioning me, and if you have any requests for bedtime stories that you would like for me to put on tape for you, I will be glad to do so and email them to you. I have to do a special something this week. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Nancy from the Bougie Stitchers. Happy birthday to you. Have a wonderful birthday. Thank you so much for your support of my channel. I love your channel. And your sister's channel, of course. And I just wish you the greatest birthday ever. So have a wonderful birthday. And the last bit of business to just take care of right at the beginning of the video is this. It's getting to the point where I can't write back each and every one of you on the comments. And it breaks my heart. I posted briefly last week or a couple of days ago on the message board of my channel that I was going to heart the ones from 2 weeks ago and try to write back everyone from last week. And I'm gonna have to power through those with hearts as well. And here's the thing. Here's what I want you to understand. I read every one of them. I savor them and enjoy them and love hearing your stories. I love hearing about your lives. I love hearing about the diverse places that you live, your recipes. I'm selfish in that it is one of the primary reasons that I do this is to connect with you through this amazing craft and to continue to build this wonderful community of kindness. So please know, and I'm being completely serious here, please know that they are not taken for granted. They are not just a click and a move on. They are the lifeblood of this channel. And they are a blessing to me, each and every one of them. So please know that when I heart that, I have read it, I have enjoyed it, and it is my way of saying, I see you, I hear you, and you are appreciated. On to the cross stitching. This week was a reboot week for me. I needed to order things. I needed to do some organization. I stitched on one thing. And I just needed to clear my mind, to clear my stitching mind. So I only stitched on one thing. And what I stitched, and I wanted to finish the border, but what I did stitch on this week was Modern Folk Embroidery's MHD 1864, a Zeeland Sampler. I'm doing this on a beautiful linen that is just lovely to stitch on. It's like butter. And the border was a stitch count that I could program into my head, not have to refer back to the pattern very much. Although if you stitch this, you should know that it does not follow the exact, it's not the same all the way around, and Jacob mentions that in the pattern, but just know that. I could just almost go on autopilot and just enjoy stitching for the sake of stitching, and not, to count or to, change colors 15 times on a mirabilia, or pull my Sleepy Hollow, be worried about that stitching on that Jobelin and my Sleepy Hollow piece. I just needed a reset. So that's what I stitched on this week. I love it as it takes shape, and this is the case with most of the things that I work on. The further along I get with it, the more excited I am about it. And I can't wait to finish it. So that's my work in progress. That's my whip. That's what I worked on. We had a cute little exchange on Instagram. I posted a picture. I posted this photograph of the motif that constitutes the majority of the border. And I said to myself, as I'm stitching this, I don't know what this is. Is this a pine cone? Is this is this a bunch of grapes? Is it a beehive? It looked like a hanging beehive, et cetera, et cetera. And several of you on Instagram had some very interesting ideas of what that might be. And Jacob posted, he wrote, and he said that it could be any of those things, but he'd kind of be happy if it was a beehive. And I said, and let it be so. It is a beehive. He has said it is a beehive. So it's a beehive, you guys. So Modern Folk Embroidery's MHD 1864, a Zeeland Sampler. Just a joy to stitch. I do have a couple of updates on my September starts, which are not September starts anymore, but they are going to be October starts. The first being Modern Folk Embroidery's Spirits of the Dead. Now, this is I'm doing this as the inversion, the white on a dark fabric option, which is now available on Jacob's website, Modern Folk Embroidery's website. If you want to stitch the dark version, that is an option. But as you may remember, I was trying to stitch it on a small count black linen, and it just wasn't working for me. Two of my viewers rushed to the rescue, one being Lissa and the other being Rebecca J. And they both very graciously sent me some fabric. And I chose one of those. They were both lighter gray, and I wanted, a dark, dark, dark gray or black. But they both would work. I had the vision. So so I took Lissa's and I dipped it in a dye bath, a black dye bath, for just a few moments. And it's drying now. I literally did this this morning because the dye finally arrived. But I dipped it in a dye bath. It's drying now, and it has turned out exactly as I wanted it to. It has become a very, very, very deep, deep charcoaly, to say purple would be wrong. charcoaly black with a subtle modeling, and there are just hints of deep purple because of the way the dyes interact. So I'm so thrilled about that. So Lissa, thank you for sending me that fabric. Rebecca, thank you for sending me the other fabric. I'm saving it because I want to use it on another project. I'm going to show it here in a minute. But thank you both so much for helping me with that. So as soon as that dries, that will be a start for next week. Now, another exciting little bit of news regarding the Modern Folk Embroidery Spirit of the Dead piece is that my sweet friend Stacy at 911 Stitcher is doing it too. I don't know if she found it on her own or she saw that I was stitching it. I don't want to take credit for it if it wasn't me, but anyway, she is going to do that piece as well. And she had a couple of her viewers say that they wanted to do a start along with her. And she said, we had already talked about doing a start along. So we're all doing a start along or stitch along, whatever you want to call it. I have decided that it's better probably to call them start alongs, just the way all of our stitching goes. But we're going to do that. So if you're going to start that piece, whether you're doing it on light fabric or dark, use the hashtag Spirits of the Dead Sal, S-A-L, Spirits of the Dead Sal. And we will help each other along and see each other's progress on Facebook and on Instagram. I'm not a presence on Facebook yet. I don't know that I will be, but I am on Instagram. So do that with me and with Stacy at 911 Stitcher and all the others who have reached out to her who would like to do this start along with us. Hashtag Spirits of the Dead Sal. It'll be fun. With regard to my Nutcracker Tree, you all overwhelmingly said that I should use the Etoile, DMC's Etoile in Blanc, and I am going to use DMC's Etoile in Blanc, and I'm going to do it on not 24 anymore, you guys. This Blue Ada. Now this is you know, Royal Blue Ada is hard to find. I love the color. It's exactly what I want. And it's a nice, small 18 count Ada. It's going to look great with the Etoile on it. And this is about like cardboard. So I'm going to have to rinse this and rinse this and rinse this and loosen it up a bit. But I love the color. And I think the white Etoile on this is going to be really lovely. So thank you for your suggestions and your help with that. But this will hopefully also be a start, maybe, that you will see next week. It's been a few weeks since we've had a Chris's Toy Chest segment. So today we will have one of those. And to help me do that is our dear mascot here at Xrossstitch, Sal. So Sal, come on up and help me. Come on up and help me do this today. Hey Sal, how you doing? I'm sure everybody has missed you very, very much. Well, today, do you know what we're going to talk about today? No, you don't. I never tell him. I want him to be surprised. So today, I'm talking about two toys, and they were kind of more, well, yeah, they were toys, but they were more crafty toys. One you will probably readily know, and one you might not know. The first is the classic, and I loved this thing. Not only did I love playing with it, I loved playing or drawing with it. I loved playing with the rings for all sorts of things. They became bracelets and frisbees and what have you, but Spirograph. Spirograph, oh my gosh. This was, you know, this was just such wizardry to me when I was a little boy. And it seemed like we all had one. We used to get together, my friends and I, and we would use each other's and play. And, you know, invariably, some of us would be better at others. Spirograph was tricky. You know, you put the pen or the pencil in the little holes, and you would go around the ring or the bar, and it would make the designs. But there were some that were more difficult than others. You had to have a very steady hand to go around that ring to make the designs look good. And of course you could layer them with different color inks from the pens that came with them, and you can make all kinds of designs. So Spirograph it just was hours of fun, and also a little bit frustrating to me. There was one that I could never get right. It wasn't a triangle, but it was like a triangle with flattened sides. I'm sure that there's a geometrical term for that I used to know and is now fallen right out of my head. But what's not still in there, Sal? I could never get that one right. That trapezoid, no, it's not a trapezoid. Maybe it's a trapezoid. Is it a trapezoid? One of you will tell me. The triangle with the flattened side. Never could get that right. And of course I'll go back and I'll look at the picture and I'll realize it wasn't a triangle with the flattened sides and move on. Okay. Anyway, couldn't get that one to work. The other toy that you may not know about is the Mighty Men and Monster Maker. Now this was my cup of tea. Because and this is something I've not discussed much, but you'll hear more about it. I loved comic books. After I made the transition as a little boy from reading little golden books that were provided to me by my Aunt Clara from the Rexall drugstore, then I discovered comic books that you could buy at Bill's Dollar Store, which was right at the end of my block. And you know, they were a dime back then. Comic books were a dime. It was a long time ago, Sal. Comic books were a dime, and you know, Wonder Woman, and who is my favorite, by the way, Superman, Batman. I was a DC boy, I'll be honest. Still am. Love Marvel. Nothing wrong with Marvel, but my heart and lifeblood is Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman. And so anyway, back to the Mighty Men and Monster Maker. This thing was amazing to me. Here's how it worked. It was a frame that had different templates, plastic templates that interconnected, and you would put your paper over it, and you would lower the holder for the paper, and then you would take colored pencils and you would go over the top of it, and it would leave the, you know, the outline of what you were scribbling over. And it took some technique, and it took a lot of practice, but boy, was it fun. And it had all kinds of templates so that you could do heroes and villains, and you could mix and match like the heads and the torso. It was basically 3 pieces, I think: the head, the torso, and the legs. And I just loved it. It was so much fun. I loved to draw as a child. I wasn't really that great at it, but those 2 toys helped foster my love of art. They helped foster my love of crafting and drawing and sketching. And I really enjoyed them. As I was looking at toys for this segment, I stumbled across both of them. I had completely forgotten about that Mighty Men and Monster Maker. And there was a commercial that those hands that you see those freaked me out, but I was fascinated. You know how you're afraid of something, but you're fascinated by it, like snakes? That's with me, snakes. They scare me, but I'm fascinated by them. That's how those ghoul hands were for me on that. So those are my 2 toys. If you played with those, or your children or grandchildren played with those, let me know. I'll be interested to see how many of you remember that Mighty Men and Monster Maker, because it was pretty obscure. It was only around for about that long, but that's another toy segment for today. Thank you, Sal. I appreciate your help and your comments. It was a good week for haul and happy mail. And I don't show every single bit of haul that I get because, you know, there's no reason to, you know, show you the DMC that I bought. There's no reason to show you that, but I do like to show you some of the more exciting things that I receive. If you have not seen the September Fabric of the Month from Fiberlicious, avert yon eyes. Because I'm about to hold it up right now, and I love it. Boom. It's called Rustic Fall. And I get this 16 count Aida. This is a beautiful, beautiful shade. And I think this would be great for that Halloween Quaker. You know, that Halloween Quaker that we talked about? I think this would be really good. Or a beautiful Nora Corbett silhouette. There are a couple of silhouetted witches that I've looked at in the past. This is going to be for next year, but what a beautiful fabric, this rustic fall. I received that in the mail, and this will go away for a while, but I adore it. I mentioned a few moments ago that my dear viewer, Rebecca J., reached out and said that she had a couple of pieces of fabric that she would send me to see if they would work for my Spirits of the Dead by Modern Folk Embroidery, and she sent them to me. This is one of them. This was the contender. Loved it, and I loved it so much that I didn't want to dip this one in dark or to make it darker. This is so beautiful. I'm going to save the, oh, this would be also good for that Halloween Quaker. I wonder if it's big enough. Anyway, I'm going to save this, Rebecca, and I'm going to use it for other things. So thank you, thank you, thank you. But wait, there's more. She sent 2 more pieces of fabric. These beautiful light blue pieces. And this looks to me like snow. I think I'm going to stitch Christmas ornaments on this. I think I'm going to take some of JBW Designs, reindeers, and did I just say reindeers? I did not say reindeers. You did not hear that, gentle viewers. I would never say that. Every English teacher I have ever had is rolling over in their ornaments. And this other piece, which also looks like snow, but this isn't quite as snowy as the other one. I don't know what I'm going to do with this. And she sent these sweet little needle minders, which may be going for giveaways. So thank you so much, Rebecca. I do appreciate it. You're just the best. So sweet. And I really love this. So thank you very much. Another of my amazing viewers has sent me some charts and kits and floss and things that she wanted to get out of her stash. A huge bundle of lovely charts. This is from my dear viewer, Marnie. Marnie, thank you so much for this. Again, I'm not going to show you all these things because I'm going to use some of them for giveaways, but there are charts in this pack. There is a full kit in this pack. There was floss in this pack. I'm so happy that we will be able to continue paying things forward with people and spreading the stitchy kindness. It's also recycling, which I'm also a big proponent of. So thank you, Marnie. I do appreciate this. This is so very appreciated. Thank you. My friend Artie, the vintage stitcher, I'm sure you all know her and love her too, because she's fabulous. And she, of course, is incredibly talented and makes beautiful floss drops in addition to project bags. But just out of the blue, I got a lovely card from her and some of her handcrafted, sturdy, amazing floss drops. These are so, well, this one's very hard to, oh, because it's backwards, Christopher. Leaves, pretty leaves. These are great. I just love her, this one's adorable. Little ghosts. I love her floss tubes. And then she also sent these, her cute, with her logo, the card, on the back, it has her motto, be kind, spread love, and find peace. I think that that's amazing. And every time she says it, it speaks to my heart. Here's the thing. I know that there is something going on. My hair has been in my face. I know that there is something going on with these cards and these floss drops. I don't exactly know what it is. I heard it mentioned on a couple of other Flosstubes briefly, and please let me know what this is. I want to take part, but I don't know. Help me. Help me. Artie, thank you so much for these. I love them. I'm going to keep them and use them. But am I supposed to keep them? Or am I supposed to send? What am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to, is this like a ELAYNE cake that you share with people? Am I supposed to send one of these to, just let me know and I'll be sure to do it. I really appreciate it and I'm excited about it, but I need to know the specifications so that I can take part in the proper way. But thank you. And if any of you, for some stretch, by some stretch of the imagination, have not watched Artie and her Flosstube at the Vintage Stitcher, do so. She's amazing. She's one of the best Flosstubers out there. So please take a look at her if you have not seen her lately. About a week and a few days ago, I hit 4,000 subscribers. I am still over the moon about it, still so grateful. And we had a giveaway celebration last week, and I have winners to announce because some of you won things. There were 4 bundles. Mostly charts, but one bundle includes a project bag and some accessories to it. But let's just dive right in. The winner of the Rooster bundle, the Rooster bundle being 2 adorable rooster charts by JBW Designs. The winner, and I'm showing them here, the winner of this bundle was Peggy Arvin. Peggy, please get in touch with me. And send me your address, and these will be in the post and on their way to you shortly. Peggy Arvin. Secondly, the pumpkin bundle. These are 2 small pumpkin charts. I'm showing them here. Several of you thought that this would be great to stitch, and I am happy to announce that the winner of the pumpkin bundle is Sue Dial. Sue, you won a giveaway. I'm so happy for you. So Sue, send me your address, and I will make sure to get these in the mail to you. Sue is one of my fellow Alabamians, I believe, and I'm excited that you won, Sue, so congratulations. The third bundle, the Homestead bundle. This is a singular chart. It's a little bit of a larger chart right here, 1 stitch at a time. And this goes to Cindy Jenkins, my viewer Cindy Jenkins. Thank you so much for playing, for watching, for subscribing, and congratulations, you won, Cindy. So get me your email and I will get that to you. And last, but certainly not least, the Farm Project Bag Bundle. This gorgeous project bag created by Melanie at SASSENACH Stitches. That was a blooper. Melanie at Stitchy SASSENACH creates these. She has a wonderful Etsy store. Some of you have already actually purchased things from her after I mentioned her a few weeks ago. She's brilliant. But the winner of the Farm Project Bag and Accessory Bundle is Joanne Pacheco. Joanne, you won. Congratulations. Please send me your address and I will get that packaged up and sent out to you. And guess what? We're doing another giveaway this week too. I have finally gotten a stash of giveaway prizes and it's growing thanks to all of you. So I need to start doing more giveaways. So I'm gonna just do them. Here we go. We're doing another giveaway this week, and in honor of October and all things Halloween, it's this adorable chart called A Bump in the Night by Mary Englebright. This is actually a relatively new, I've not seen this. This is a relatively new chart. It's copyright 2020, and it's just adorable. I love that green owl. There is a green owl there. So very cute. And you know, you've got a little witch with her cat sitting on the moon. It's just, this is just a cute chart. Very, very, very cute. If you would like to be considered for this giveaway, please comment on the video. You should be 18 years of age or older so that I can ask you for your address. You should not use any words like giveaway or prize in your comment. You should like the video and subscribe to my channel, please, and use the word in your comment, night, N-I-G-H-T, night. And I will draw this immediately before I record next week. I always do it just right before I start the camera. I draw the winners so that as many of you can get in under the wire as possible. But 1 week from today, we'll draw for A Bump in the Night by Mary Inglebright. Please use the word night, and we'll keep doing this. I like giving things away to people. It's fun. So that's the video for today. Again, a little bit of a reset week for me. A little light on the stitching, a little heavy on the news. Had some toys for you, had some giveaway winners for you. And most importantly, I want you to know that my hearting the video, the comments on the videos is just as heartfelt and as much of a recognition of you and your time and your generosity as me writing a few words to you. I just want to get back to all of you. I want you to know that I see all of you. So, and the only way that I'm going to be able to do that going forward, more than likely, is to just simply give you a heart. And I'll still write. You know, sometimes you say things to me and I just have to respond to you. Or if you ask a question, I'm always going to respond to you. But I just want you to know how valued you are. So take care. Have a great week. I hope you have a peaceful week, a happy week, wherever you are. And until next time, take care. Bye-bye.